going to take an unforgettable journey. Viewer discretion is advised. The incredible Singh.
Sat Sri Akal Ji, Sat Sri Akal Ji, oh, Sat Sri Akal Ji. This is the one, the only, the incredible Singh. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Incredible Livecast. This is episode number 79, and I should update my notes here as well. This show is about things that affect us because everything affects us differently. I'll be talking about some health and fitness tips that I try to live by, some current events, and showcase some of my favorite music, and I hope to give you a positive insight and motivate you to enjoy life. It's been a little while. I should probably change this to like a monthly podcast, like the way I've been going at this here. But I'm trying to stick to weekly. It's clearly hasn't happened. I got sick for a little while there. I had a pretty bad sinus infection that just wouldn't go away. Very, very irritating. So I had to go through 2 rounds of antibiotics to actually kick this, and so finally got rid of that, finally feeling better, and ended up binge watching The Office, of all things, because it's on Netflix right now. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. During my hiatus, I guess, from the show, also went to the Disney on Ice show. That show was absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't gone to see the show, definitely go check it out. You know, I don't know if you want to see it without kids, but you know, definitely like a date sort of thing. You're into the Disney shows and whatnot, then definitely something to check out for sure. I'm going to talk about some life lessons, very, very important life lessons. So I definitely hope that you stick around for that instead of just listening to the music. But as usual, I'm going to be playing my favorite tracks, my top 3 songs, which are sung by Simar Panag, Sananda Sharma, and Arjun. So I'll be playing those tracks a little bit later on. So stick around for that. So which one of these songs is going to be my favorite in 60 seconds? So you'll have to stick around for that. But let us start off with the last episode's song is 60 seconds, and that goes to Jasmine, Sandlas, and Manni Sandhu for Panjeba. So let's start it off right here, right now. It's time for the incredible health tip of the week. Ask about your crazy auntie or some crazy family member. Find out your family history because you need to know if there are any inherited diseases prowling in your gene pool. Finding out what your grandparents died of could provide useful, even life-saving, any information on what's going to potentially happen to you as well. So it's definitely important to be candid. Don't be coy. Just be straight up. Find out what it is, because if somebody has alcoholism in the family, it's a good chance it'll probably run along the line as well, which kind of sucks, but it's nice to know. That way you can take the proper precautions. So let's get back right into the music here with Sidhu Moosewala, R-Nait, The Kid, Poison. Alright guys, I want to talk a little bit serious here about something. This is going to be my life lessons segment here. A couple of other reasons why, it took me a while to work on this show is because of, unfortunately, there's an anniversary death of a few people, and a couple more people passed away that are of significant importance. So, it's been a year since Raj Sangha died. And one of my buddies, his mama passed away a year ago as well. So that's kind of hit home to the people that's important around me. Also with one of my other buddies, it's the anniversary of his wife's death that just happened about a month ago as well. And so like all these things kind of tying up around the same time. It's bit of a challenge, because then you got other people with their birthdays and celebrations and stuff like that, and you just, then like you're just feeling it like right inside, right? There's a couple of people that are important. I mean, in the same family, unfortunately, the Nani passed away. I met her, had a few conversations with her, translated conversations, I should say. She's speaking Fijian Hindi, which is a little bit different. I kind of get it, but it sounds different, so I couldn't really fully understand. So with the translation really helped, and just seeing the family, going through everything that they're going through is just really tough to kind of hear some of the things that happened in her life. I mean, she had a pretty tough life. She stayed strong. She lived, like, she is the struggle. She lived a real life struggle in her life, from the stories that I've heard. I learned that no matter what happens, whether you have control of it or not, you got to be real with the important people that are around you. Honestly, the fakers can fuck off. Like, seriously. I think I've done a pretty good job of keeping away from these fakers and keeping true with the real people in my life. And I also learned that whatever it is that you decide to do with your life, you do everything you can to make sure it is what you want it to be. This is important. Relationships, work, business, extracurricular. You got to focus on your happiness and the people that will want to be there for you, and you already know who they are. It's just a matter of making sure that these people know that they're important to you. People talk about making decisions and I regret this, that, the other. Honestly, you can't focus on regretting anything. I mean, you made a certain decision for a certain reason. It made sense for whatever the situation was. So, like, what example can I give you here? So, there was an old job that I was working at. I was working at a retail store. I was there for years and years and years. And, my plan was to go up the chain and stay within the same company. And, I was doing well. I was doing all the right things, but I just wasn't getting promoted. I guess I had to learn a few other things about the role, the responsibilities, the ability to deal with certain people. And then I got confronted with the manager who I just didn't see eye to eye on. And till this day, it still bothers me. But, I ended up, saying a few things and leaving the company on bad terms, unfortunately. But when I go back at it, I don't regret the things that I said. I don't regret how it all transpired and what happened, because it happened for a reason. I was upset. I said what I needed to say. I made sure that I said what I needed to say. I tried to be as professional about it as I could. It really wasn't. I wasn't very professional, but I tried. I did, for the person who I basically mouthed off, I promise you that I was trying to be as diplomatic as possible. It clearly didn't happen, but I tried. But I don't regret, the way that experience ended up happening, because if it weren't for that experience, then I wouldn't go through the hell afterwards to try to find another job. All the other jobs that I had in between, they were, mediocre at best until the job that I landed here now. So I've been, quite happy with what I've been doing. And I'm going to be, like I said, like I have a tendency of being loyal as much as possible, but as soon as that line gets crossed, like I find it very difficult to switch back and not be, if you're not loyal to me, how can I be loyal to you? You know what I mean? So I just drop those people like a bad habit. Like I can't deal with that. I got zero tolerance for crap, and I just don't deal with those people. So moving on, actually, another person that we lost, another amazing person, her name's Arti Shah. She was taken away too soon from us as well. I used to dance with her. There's going to be a lot of people that I've danced with that, honestly, it's inevitable. Like, something's going to happen. Somebody, like, we know we come into this world. We know we're going to leave this world. And, these are the things that we got to come to, it's got to come into fruition. We got to be able to deal with this and deal with this rationally as much as we can. And like I was saying, I used to dance with her. We did some really amazing work with her in Bollywood dance of all things. She was always smiling. She was always genuinely happy to see you. She was curious and she was fun to be around. And honestly, like myself included, the entire world of the people around her is gonna miss her. So, guys, the point is, like I said, we're all gonna die. It's inevitable. We don't think about it because it usually scares us. It shouldn't scare us. It should be just as a reminder to us of these teachings to be the best self that you can be, or make changes so you can be the best at all times. Always perform at your best. Even if you feel like crap, you feel like garbage, do everything you can to get back to where you want to be and change the things that you're doing so you can be where you want it to be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a track. It's from the movie called Devdas, featuring Madhuri Dixit, Aishwarya Rai, and Shah Rukh Khan, called Dola. I'm going to play a mixed version or a chopped up version. This is one of the songs that me and Aarti danced to back in the days. So a lot of us, we got together. We ended up going to Miami and having a great time over there. So this is a tribute to Aarti. Respect. Gonna miss you. Rest in peace. There we go in the incredible Livecast. It's time for the incredible fitness tip of the week. Make a list of affirmations. That's positive thinking, people. Here's a few to get you started. I love to exercise. I want to live a healthy life. I am getting more fit each day. And honestly, it works. You wake up in the morning, you make this choice, you say one affirmation, and it's going to make a world of a difference. It's going to give you that positive mindset to keep on going, keep on doing what you need to do. And I'm going to go old school here. I'm going to play some Apna Sangeet Sohororote right here on the Incredible Livecast. Oh main kya ji kida? This is the one, the only, the incredible Singh. And let's talk about my favorite top 3 tracks this week. The first track is going to go to Simmer Panag, Mickey Singh with Teddy Bug doing the music, Tu Hi Daste. This is a wicked chiller hookup track that has Mickey Singh oozing out machismo all over it. Simmer is a talented singer that Teddy Bug got to work with by creating this magical piece. So I'll play a clip of that. The second track that I'm going to play is by Sunanda Sharma, SukhE, and Johnny. The video is done by Arvinder Kara. It's called Duji Var Pyar. Anytime you get SukhE and Johnny together, they make something unbelievable, mind-blasting. This time is no different with Sunanda Sharma taking her vocals to another level, as she usually does with new tracks. I gotta say that SukhE's ability to blend Spanish guitar and harmonium together is the piece de resistance. Absolutely stunning. Then the third track I'm going to play is by Arjun, called One Last Time. This song is dedicated to his late wife that was taken away from this world a little bit too soon. She was his inspiration, his center, his world. This tribute song brought tears not only to my eyes when I first heard it, but also to many of those whose comments that I read as well. So I'll play each one of those tracks and I'll let you know which song is my favorite on the other side. Yo, 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 this is the one, the only, the incredible Singh, and this week's song in 60 seconds goes to Arjun, One Last Time. What a way to come back from the unfortunate, heart-wrenching experience of losing his wife much too soon in their lives. It's absolutely heart-wrenching. I love how he uses the real images and real videos, real emotions, and real words to describe and share how amazing she was. He clearly made it evident that she was his inspiration and always will be. Natasha died on September 3rd, 2018, and Arjun honored her with releasing this song on her birthday, which is December the 3rd. You gotta listen to the track, it's absolutely fantastic. So this message is to Arjun, no matter what, she's always gonna be your inspiration. She's always gonna be with you, and that's why One Last Time is this week's song in 60 seconds. William Prescott once said, "An obstacle is often a stepping stone." So that is true in many, many cases. It depends on how you take it. So if you can use an obstacle as a stepping stone, definitely use it. Take advantage of everything that you can. Be the best of yourself. I'm the Incredible Singh. Let's get back to the music here with Amar Arshi Aja Ni Aja. Alright guys, so I've been watching the Office series with Michael Scott and Pam and Jim and Dwight and all the other amazing characters that are in that show. And you know, it's amazing how like they took an entire documentary of these people's lives and portrayed it in this setting. It's amazing to see all the life lessons that they had throughout their time, especially with Pam. I mean, like she was there from the beginning to end. Same with Dwight and Jim Halpert as well. And these guys are the trio. Like, I mean, Meredith was there, but she's kind of like, you know, in and out. Oscar was there, Kevin was there, right? And you know, like all the, like. Yeah, it was just amazing. But you know, I think the main story is just watching the development of the friendship between Dwight and Jim over the years. It started off as a pure rivalry, pure hatred, with prank after prank after prank after prank that turned into a very fantastic friendship near the end there. So if you haven't watched it, I mean, a lot of people that I talked to when Michael Scott was there, everything was awesome. But as soon as he left and the show kind of got a little bit weird, well, they had to finish it off. They had to do something different. Life goes on. You need to have different management come in. Like, that's just, you know, it's just life. Like, that's what life is like, right? Like, things change with the times and you move on and you kind of roll with it. But yeah, like I really liked, you know, it's hilarious, the comedy of the whole thing. For anybody who hasn't watched it, that's okay that you haven't watched it. You still can if you wanted to. I ended up blowing through 9 seasons, 192 episodes in a matter of a couple of months. So it's just, yeah, like I thought this was hilarious. And you know, I think season 8 was the one that was a little bit off-putting, but season 9, which is the finale season, is the one that kind of ties everything together and kind of made it make sense. In terms of everything that was going on. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Those of you who are fans and those of you who haven't watched it, I would say, you know, definitely watch the rest of the 2 seasons. You can just binge it out, get her done, and you'll see what I'm talking about, that it all just kind of ties in and makes sense. The life lessons that they learned through their time, watching back and looking at their history and where they were, you know, 9 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, versus their development and how they kind of changed over the years. Yeah, like, would you be yelling at yourself as well? Yeah, most likely. Like, wow, like, I can't believe I behaved that way. So, you know, I look back at, you know, I think I was kind of doing it anyways with the home videos and all the videos that I was recording, all the different shows and trips that I went on. So I do have that character building, because I've kind of, or not character building, that documentary sort of thing going on with these home videos that I've watched a couple of times now. And you know, so I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, aren't we just doing that anyways now? Like, then look exactly what I'm doing right now. Right now, I am recording a documentary myself, because with this show, like, anybody who's recording shows is doing the exact same thing as well. What about social media? We're doing that all the time as well. Look at your Instagram. And we make fun of these people as well. Like, these filters with the doggy face, the puppy dog ears and all that sort of crap. You know, and then you compare, you know, like our grandparents or even our parents' photos side by side, and then you compare with ours or the younger generation side by side. Where were they at 13 years old? Where were they at 20 years old? What were they doing? And what are we doing? We're taking pictures with puppy dog faces? Like, come on, like, it's just ridiculous. Or these real random, like, filters that, like, are just, like, crazy ridiculous. Like, having a little bit more fun in terms of the technology that we have today compared to where it was. So, you know, it's interesting to see what people are going to think of themselves when it comes 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, if they actually look back on it, because life is so busy. You're kind of just doing your own thing. You may not take that time to really realize where you were 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Somebody videotaping you, these reality TV shows that we see, they're videotaping you 24/7 and only showcasing the bits and pieces that seem the most relevant or seem the most entertaining. And yeah, I mean, it's where are we now? What are we going to do now, like going forward in the future here? Honestly, the world of technology and the Internet of Things, or IoT, we are all living this as we speak. So we document our lives in real time. If we want to look back at it, we can, but there's nobody there to really, kind of piece it together. So be interesting to see if, these social media applications are actually doing that. I mean, I guess in a sense they are. Facebook, they're like, oh, remember this memory? You can share this memory. And same thing with Google Assistant. It puts all these pictures together here for you, so you can, think about, where you came from, somebody else, like your kids growing up, like, wow, it's, my kid's 4.5 years old, and I'm thinking about how fast she's growing up, and where was I 4.5 years ago? Was I still the same person? Things like that. So anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that. But obviously I'm continuing with this trend of nostalgic music. I'm going to play some Surjit Bindarakia Malanga Barninge right here, right now on the Incredible Livecast. So make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Mixcloud, SoundCloud. I'm on Snapchat as well. Email me directly at theincrediblesing@hotmail.com. Definitely want to hear your comments, concerns, whether you like the show, don't like the show. Just hit me up, let me know what you're thinking. But let's play some music by PBN, Jesse Sidhu, Singh. Alright guys, that's a wrap for episode number 79. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. And keep loving, keep sharing, keep liking and sharing and commenting. I'd really appreciate that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on all the media platforms that I have there. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Wish you guys all the best during this holiday season, and I hope you guys have an amazing and I still can't say the word properly. Prosperous. Did I say it right? I think I said it right that time. Prosperous 2020. I wanted to go see Glow. Hopefully we'll make it happen this holiday season. Got all my decorations up. I'll post some pictures maybe one day. I'm going to plan to spend a little bit more time posting some social media stuff. So, and thank you guys once again for all your love and support during the 2019 year. And I'll see you in the new year. Peace out. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. Stay positive, stay focused, and stay blessed.